face. I don't have any makeup on.
I don't
I
have
am
any makeup on either.
exhausted.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted by assholes right now. I am exhausted and overwhelmed by assholes today. Look at my face.
Yeah, I see
I
that.
feel like it's on my face. I just feel so overwhelmed by assholes.
You've got that "don't fuck with me" face
I
on.
do. I
Yeah.
do.
hmm
I do.
What kind of face am I wearing?
You always have a cute face.
I'm wearing my
Ugh.
"I'm untouched by anything" mask. But it's a
I
mask. It's
I
not
don't
reality.
I have tried to wear a mask.
Yeah.
I just don't do it very well. In fact, I got senior pictures taken,
Yeah.
and my mom and
Senior
I had been
pictures.
yeah, when
Oh,
I got my
when you
senior
were a
pictures
senior?
taken. When I was
Okay.
a senior in high school, I
I
got my
thought you were talking about
yes, not
recently.
right
I'm like,
now.
you're not a
Mm-mm.
senior quite yet.
Yeah, no, okay, no.
Like, as in, like, over 55.
No. Mm-mm. I'm getting
uh,
close. No,
hmm.
but when I got my senior pictures taken, my mom and
Mm-hmm.
I got in a fight on the way there.
Oh, boy.
And then I was like smiling in all the pictures. And
And
then we
in
got the
your
pictures back, and my eyes were like they look like
death,
today.
yeah,
Hmm.
like,
It was awful.
you were sending out, like, laser beams of death.
So we had to
Nice.
get them all retaken,
Yeah.
and I brought my best friend, and my mother was not allowed to go.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Hmm.
That's a good
Hmm.
idea. Yeah.
Hmm. And they were
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Yeah.
Finally. And
Nice.
this topic today did not help because we're talking about Project 2025 and fucking Christian nationalists.
Brittany, I okay. I don't even know where to start because I started actually trying to read the Project 2025 handbook.
All 900 pages?
Well, I started to try to read. No,
Uh-uh.
I mostly
Uh-uh.
got through the parts on USAID, and I had to skim that because I'm a slow reader as it is, and there's so much. And oh lordy, the way that the language is skewed,
I
and
know.
uh and then, like,
You mean
apparently,
gaslighting
oh yeah, maybe just a
throughout the
smidge.
entire thing?
Yeah. About
And all of the scripture references
and
that
blaming
just put in
Biden
there
on
covertly.
everything.
Oh,
Blaming
God.
Biden. The Biden administration did this. The Biden administration did that. During the first Trump administration, blah, 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 blah. Everything was fantastic. And then the Biden administration came and tried to give people human rights and fucked everything up. And now women can vote again, and people can just, they're free to just live their fucking lives, and we don't like that. We don't like that.
I know.
No, they're like, where is the patriarchy? Why?
Bring back the white men.
Yes.
Bring back power to the white men.
Okay, so in my Facebook feed today, this is totally relevant. I'm going off topic, but it's totally relevant. So in my Facebook feed today, there's this. I follow this group called "What Fuckery Is This?" And on
Oh,
What
sounds like
Fuckery Is This? Someone posted this guy's dating profile, and this is so legitimate. I mean, this is so. I mean,
yeah.
now I'm in a long-term committed relationship, but last time this year, last time this year, geez, if I can get that sentence out, last year this time, I
Yes.
was still single.
And
And
was sending me amazing screenshots of
oh yes,
these
of
kind of
all
guys.
my options, all my fucking dating options, right? Okay, so when I say this is not AI generated, and even if it is, it's totally like on par with what's out there for me.
Yes.
This says, I am a 55-year-old Christian male. I'm also a conservative and not a liberal snowflake. I am in I am an in-charge type of guy who in my relationships makes the final decision on everything important and settles any and all arguments. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a firm believer that most problems in modern marriages are because there is no clear hierarchy, which can lead to a power struggle, unnecessary arguments, and oftentimes divorce. You don't say, mister. You don't say that when you actually have a wife that doesn't want to be an indentured servant, that it might lead to power struggle and
Mm-hmm.
unnecessary arguments, since you and you alone are the one to make the final
Mm.
decision and end all
Right.
controversy in the marriage, settle any and all arguments.
I mean, shows you why he's on a dating profile. How old is this guy? He's probably like in his 50s,
55,
60s. Yeah, okay.
55.
Well,
Yeah,
his wife, if he, yeah, he probably was married before, and his wife actually dared to have an opinion. He didn't
right.
like that.
No, they
So,
don't. They
yeah.
don't like it.
If I would have been able to make all the decisions, we would still be married.
Well, that's what my ex-husband said. Do you know that? My
No, he
God.
said that?
Yes. Okay. So my husband and I, my previous husband and I were in a couples Bible study, as all good Christian
Of
people
course.
couples are, right?
Yes.
And when we announced to our Bible study group, who we'd been together with like 10, 12 years, so like family, he was like, we're getting divorced. And so they did kind of an intervention on him because he was the one who filed. Now, I had been wanting to get divorced for years, and I had tried for multiple times over the years, and he'd always like gaslit me back into,
Of
dropping it.
course.
But
Yeah.
anyway, so finally it was up to him, and like on his terms, because got to be
Well,
on his
yeah,
terms.
of course.
And so the guys all took him out and they're talking to him about it. And he was like, look, 100% of our marital issues are Kristen. 100%. He said,
Mm-hmm.
if she would just do the things I ask and obey my wishes, we would not have these problems. And I'm like,
Submit.
agreed.
Agreed.
If I was a Stepford wife and
Yes.
just 100% did
Yeah.
exactly what you asked all the time, we would not have these problems.
Men would
But
be
it's,
so happy.
yeah, it's like
Of
when I
course.
have my own sense of humanity and will,
I know. How dare
when
you?
I choose things that might be good for me as opposed to good only for him, or,
Uh-huh.
if I were to choose things that were good for the whole of the family, even.
Right.
Not just for me
Mm-hmm.
directly, but like for the good of
The
the
whole,
children
the
and the family as a
children.
whole. But that
Mm-hmm.
wasn't considered. That was
Mm-mm.
not, it was all patriarchy all the
No.
time in
He
my
needed
marriage.
that
So
Camaro, Kristen,
he did. Oh, God, the
for the good of
Camaro.
the family.
Yeah, he drives a
Christ.
Maserati now.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah. Um,
Okay.
okay, he's not a millionaire, listeners. Not a
No.
millionaire. No.
No. Nor is this a guy who looks like he should be driving a Maserati.
No. Oh my God. I mean, they live in Wichita, Kansas. This is no secret. We've told everybody that you and I met in Wichita. Neither of us live in Wichita anymore. But if you see a guy driving around Wichita, Kansas, which is just an overgrown farm town, I mean, give me a
Yeah.
break.
Mm-hmm.
Wichita, Kansas Maserati guy.
He's either a drug dealer or he's Kristen's ex. Narcissistic ex.
Yeah,
Who thinks he looks good driving a Maserati.
correct. Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
And can't afford it. But okay.
Yeah. So, whatever.
Amazing.
So that's
So
that's what the Christian Nationalists and Project
This is
2025 is trying to bring back to our country. That's what they're trying to
they're
do.
just a bunch of Nazis.
They're like a
They
Camaro for everyone. And if you're
Right.
good, we'll upgrade it to a Maserati.
Not everyone.
No, just the men, just the white
Just
men.
the white men.
Not the
white
brownies. No brownies they don't get nothing.
No.
And none of them gays. Oh my God, the gays. No.
None of them gays.
They need to ride unicycles. But the white men, they can have their sports cars, even though they've got a family with 5 small children that can't begin to fit in the sports car.
In the Camaro. Right.
But
even
even though the Camaro has sports tires, and guess what? You can't drive on that during like 4 months out of the year when it's snowy and icy. But even
for the safety of your children, and the children can't fit in it.
Right.
But okay.
But
it's a good decision for
as
the family.
long as your wife continues to drive the minivan and not complain, then the household has a functional vehicle and everyone's fucking happy. So, yeah.
Okay, so I went down, and it's so depressing.
It is.
It's so
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Can we just drink heavily and go to bed early?
Here's what I thought.
Because
I thought we'd just talk about it a little bit.
All right.
But then let's talk about how we can survive this. Can we do that?
Uruguay.
Because
I'm telling you, Uruguay is the answer.
You know, this
me
week,
gusta Uruguay. Okay, this week
I'm considering it. I'm considering it this week.
All right, join me in this.
Hold on.
Spanish Riviera. Brittany's fucking around with her chihuahua. Right.
She was just snorting. Could you hear her? She just snorts all the time. Okay.
Oh.
What were you saying?
That I want to hide in a hole and not talk about Project 2025 because it's awful. And that's probably what most people did prior to the election, is they hid in a fucking hole and didn't pay any bit of attention to what is in that document and what the conservatives really wanted to do. Or they may, if they'd had 3 brain cells to rub together, which many don't. I mean, granted,
That's
many
fair.
don't. But if they had 3 whole brain cells to rub together and took just a gander, just a quick gaze at this document, may have been like, holy fuck! And like, kill it with fire, and wanted to burn it and run away.
Yes.
So there's that.
I mean, how desperately the president tried to distance himself from this.
Ooh, yes, during the campaign.
Right? I have no idea what, I wish them well, whatever they're trying to do.
I personally haven't read it. He said,
I have no idea.
I don't.
No idea who these people are. Only 140 of them at least were on his administration, but I have no idea who these people are.
Well, he went as far as to request the dismissal of Paul Dans, who is the architect of Project 2025, in order to distance himself from it. Although Paul Dans is still to this day carrying the Trump torch around, cheering him on, way to go, Trump, for sticking to all the shit that I wrote when I was, high on my own testosterone.
I know.
So,
and when the election was, when it was going on, and I was talking to some people who I knew were going to be voting for Trump.
Yes.
And I was like, what's really scary is Project 2025. And they were like, What's that? What is Project 2025? What's that?
I mean, 2025 is coming up. That's true. I've heard of 2025. That's the year of the election. What?
Well, he says he doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Well, we're 6 months in, and he's already completed 50% of it.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Right.
Okay. So Project 2025 is the Heritage Foundation,
Mm-hmm.
which was established in 1970s.
Mm-hmm. Can I just tell you, the byline of the Project 2025 playbook is called A Mandate for Leadership, the Conservative Promise. That's the full title.
Mandate for Leadership.
Mandate for Leadership, the Conservative Promise. So basically, they were writing it for whatever conservative took office in 2025, because they started writing it.
They wrote it for
during
Trump.
Yeah, but right.
Mm-hmm.
They
Because
weren't
they knew
gonna.
he was going to do it.
Yeah, of course. Who else
Mm-hmm.
is that maniacal and is that much of a megalomaniac to go for it?
And the one thing I can say about the man is that he does get shit done.
So,
So
yeah,
they knew that he was going to do it. He wasn't,
by hook or by crook, mostly by crook.
Crook.
Yeah,
absolutely.
by
He's
crook.
going to get this shit done.
Yeah, against the Supreme
Court. There were a lot of promises to him made.
Oh, yeah.
You get this done, we will keep you in power.
And a lot of hundreds of millions of dollars to back that up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
I thought it was so interesting that the current Heritage Foundation president, Kevin Roberts, said, "We are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be."
If the left allows it to be.
Isn't that terrifying?
Wow.
Which will remain bloodless. Like, we will go to war.
Yeah, we'll rise up. We'll rise up and take arms. If the left tries to
stop us in any
stop our
way.
Freight train to hell.
Stop us at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not by violence, just stop us, period.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty terrifying. And they're trying to say that Christian nationalism is not underneath this. This is just pure politics. It's just social change.
Uh-huh. Wrong. No. I mean, just reading the intro to the Project 2025 playbook. Oh my God. So much of it is based in Christian nationalism. And then there's all the Bible quotes and shit.
Yes.
Throughout.
Okay, so let's just go back for a minute. Do you know what the core beliefs of Christian nationalism are? I'll tell you.
Thank you. Thank you for saving me from that humiliation.
Okay. The core beliefs of Christian nationalism, and this is based on actual research that has been done. And I can put it in the show notes or whatever. But basically what they did is they did all of this research around, and I think we talked about this maybe in the last season.
Yeah, we did an episode because remember I said I was confused about Christian nationalism.
The adherents and the rejectors and everything, right?
Yes.
And so then they asked them questions based on what they believe and like, do you believe that white supremacy is an issue in the United States? And of course, Christian nationalists are like, oh, absolutely not. White supremacy is not an issue. We have equality in this and blah, 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 blah. So that's basically how they determined what their core beliefs are. Number one, that America was founded as a white Christian nation. White.
Right. White.
Yes.
Yeah.
2, the founders were Christians who steeped our Constitution in the Bible. 3, the Bible is the inerrant, infallible Word of God. 4, because it is inerrant and infallible, the Bible is God's perfect law and the basis for their definition of morality.
Yeah,
basically. Exactly what we have talked about
by their
before.
interpretation and
By their
definition.
interpretation of what
Yeah.
morality means.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And their interpretation of the Bible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
5, whenever a human law conflicts with God's perfect law, it is a Christian nationalist job to overrule the human law and replace it with God's law.
Okay.
Oh my God, this one.
Okay.
But I do know it to be true because I've actually heard this before, which is disgusting. I've heard this preached before. Many people believe God cursed black and brown people in the story of Noah.
What?
Aligning followers with white supremacists.
What the actual fuck?
Yes. So the descendants of Ham, which I think we might have touched on in the Ark episode. Do you remember that?
I don't remember a thing about it. All I remember is how many
descendants
dinosaurs were on Ken Ham's Ark.
And that there was no one there and no bathrooms.
Yes. That's
and
right.
we couldn't get a drink for shit.
Yeah, I was like,
it was dark and
it
nobody
was hot
was there.
and dark. And they'd closed down all the concessions, even though the place was open. The place was open for tourists, but all the concessions were closed and you couldn't get a drink. And I thought about stealing one, but I'm like, thou shalt not. And I was a good Christian girl and I didn't go against one of the 10 commandments. And
proud of you.
Yeah. And there was just so many dinosaurs. So many dinosaurs. On Ken Ham's Ark. So.
Yeah.
All right. Going back to what you were saying.
Anyway. Yeah. So that is disgusting. Disgusting. But that also goes back to they said the Southern proponents of chattel slavery promoted this idea. So back then, slavery was promoted because the descendants of Ham were evil. Essentially, we're the promised ones and they're evil, so we can enslave them. Right? Because they're evil and we're God's chosen people. Right? Not them, so we can enslave them. And the Southern pastors continued to preach it after the South lost the Civil War.
Of course they did.
So why so many of them continue to fly the Confederate flags and all of that disgusting shit? Because it's rooted in this religious bullshit, which is awful.
Oh my God, Brittany. So I texted you last night. I'm going off on another tangent. I texted you last night. And
yes.
I told you
about the thing you were watching.
Yes, I was watching the docuseries on Teen Mania, that evangelical ministry.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so the series is called Shiny Happy People. And the first season was about the Duggars.
Yes. Okay. I saw that.
Yeah, the second season now is all about Teen Mania.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Holy fuck. Let me just tell you.
I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, super indoctrination, Christian nationalism, patriarchy. We need to get political. Christ is calling us to go to war, and raising up teens in the 90s. Guess who was a teen in the 90s? You were. Not me. I was already. Well, I was still barely a teen as of 1990. But yeah, you were right there in the heart of it, young lady. And my God, the indoctrination of teens through these big evangelical movements where you go to these big events and they're preaching and it's this mountaintop experience and there's all this camaraderie and they make you feel included and loved and I've got a purpose all of a sudden because teens they don't have a fucking purpose. They don't know.
I know.
Where their life is headed. They just feel discombobulated from head to toe because their brains aren't fully formed and they're running fully on emotion and not on a whole lot of like critical thinking skills yet. Not for another
I
10
know.
years do their brains develop all the critical thinking skills. So they're just running wholly on emotion. And that is when these ministries are recruiting these kids, training them up to be these Christian nationalist types,
Yeah.
and telling them to go out in the world and conquer all these different nations. Okay, in the name of Christ, fine and good. Go out and evangelize, but teaching them that these other cultures are just objects to be,
Mhm.
won over for Christ. They're not actual people. They are commodity for your
Yeah.
crown, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Just if I can
Yes.
convince these lesser humans to
Yeah.
believe the bullshit that I'm spewing right now,
Mhm.
then I'm going to be, you know, uh, a greater Christian, and I'm going to have more in the kingdom of Christ, and I'm going to be
Yes.
exalted. And it's sick.
Mhm.
It's sick, 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 sick,
It's very
sick,
sick. Yeah.
sick. So,
I,
yeah.
yeah, I remember those things. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I
So
might
I
have told
watched
you at one
that.
time that
Oh,
that there was a pastor who said, we had to write down our life timeline and write down the X's on all the times we had led people to Christ.
oh my God.
And if you don't have any X's, then just leave the line as your life is empty. And the whole
So
point was,
shaming you for
mhm,
not going
yes.
out and
And
heavily evangelizing and
yes,
convincing people. It's not it's not a
yes.
human's job to
Because
convince the hearts of men.
no,
It's
but then
God's
it
job.
wasn't, it then takes it,
Ugh.
they become not human anymore, right? It's not about going out and hear these people's stories and get to know people and love people and whatever. It's get out there and save souls. Like, get out
Yeah.
there and change them, make them repent, make them get
Yeah,
right
Make
with
them.
God,
Yeah.
right? Or
Mhm.
their
Or
blood is on your hands. I remember them saying
exactly.
that. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I was terrified, right? And I
Yes.
felt so much shame. Like, what must God think of me because I've never said the sinner's prayer with anybody? And the
Oh,
shame that I felt because of that. Like, I must be God must be really ashamed of me.
wow. And
And
that
that
is
makes
what
me
so
so
many of
mad,
these
so
kids were saying.
sad for little me.
Or I'm so sad for little you too.
I
How
know.
traumatic. And
I know.
and that's what so many of these adults now were saying of their teen years, participating in this teen mania ministry, were that they just felt constant shame. No matter how good
Oh,
they
all
are
the time.
devoted their whole freaking lives were revolved.
Yes.
All their friends were Christian friends, and not just Christian friends, Teen Mania friends. All they were doing the Lord's work for Teen Mania, and they were paying Teen Mania to be able to be a part of that organization and do work for Teen Mania. Like
Oh my God.
they recruited them as like for
They had
Teen
to
Mania
pay them?
Academy. Yeah, Teen Mania like Ministry Academy.
Oh, jeez.
Like it was called Honors Academy.
What a
And
scheme.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you go, well, Hillsong has a very similar one. But that's going on nowadays. And Teen Mania
You
at
pay
least crapped
us
out
to
at the
be.
beginning of the 2000s. But yeah, you pay us and you go out and if you don't have the money yourself, you go out and you raise money. You go door to door
Right.
and you
You
raise
get money
money.
from other people
Yes.
to
Yeah.
pay your way, to pay
And then
us,
yeah,
to
and
get to
then
us.
like some of these kids were sitting in a call center all day. Their job once they got to um
Yes.
the
To raise
Christian
money.
or the Teen Mania Honors Academy or whatever was to call other teens and get them to commit to going to a Teen Mania event or to raise money for other people. And then some of them had
Such a
KP
cult.
duty. Some of them had, they're all
Yes.
just slaves paying to be there. Meanwhile, the ministers that started this thing are getting fucking rich. Just
Oh, yeah.
rich beyond belief.
Mm-hmm. It's a
And
smart idea. You've got a
what was
bunch
his
of...
name? Something Loose. Dan Loose, I think. Just sickening. 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 Okay.
So, okay.
Back to what you were
I
saying.
think we've talked enough about Project 2025. I think
We've talked like 2 minutes about Project 2025, and it's enough.
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
I'm so over it. What do you think? Tell me
I think we're
your thoughts.
6 months into this, and I don't know if I can keep going. It's awful.
I know.
I know we don't have a choice, right?
Well, I mean,
That's
the
what
only
I'm
choice is to
saying.
flee. But where can we flee to? That's the other thing. Because
The other choice, no, it's not the only choice. But, I mean, because there are people who can't flee. But, like, how do
no.
we... There are Christians pushing back. I found some really beautiful statements from churches, from the heads of denominations saying, we do not support Project 25. We stand for love. We stand for Jesus. We stand with the LGBT community.
Yeah.
We stand
Yeah.
with Black and brown people. I mean, just beautiful statements of faith.
Yes.
And so I think, like, I've had to continue to, like, focus on that and try to find the voices, the Christians who are saying, we don't support this. Because right now, it just feels like every Christian in America is like a Trump supporter who is just going along with it and passively like, la la la, well, it just is what it is. And he just says it like it is, and we're just so glad he's getting stuff done. And
well, Fox News says everything's going wonderfully. Fox News says that
oh, I forgot to send you this, but I was at
oh
the
boy.
fair.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the fair the other week. They had a Fox News tent.
What?
They had a
Why?
Fox
How?
News
Why?
tent.
What?
I
Okay.
took a video, and
All
I
right.
might just post it.
Okay.
I went in there. I could not believe it. The majority of the people in the tent were
Mm-hmm.
Black and brown.
What?
Yes.
Why?
Why?
What? Were they
What?
burning it down? Why?
No.
What were they doing in there?
I don't know. They had like a big Fox sign, and one right after another, two Hispanic families came up and like took pictures in front of the Fox sign, and they were like, "Yay!" And then they went in to the tent, and they were like,
and then the ICE agents ran in and grabbed him up and shoved him to the ground and handcuffed him and threw him in a van and drove him down to El Salvador. What the fuck? Why is there any Hispanic human?
And there's this hilarious Black comedian that I love, and she calls them snails for salt. She's like, I can't handle you snails for salt people right now. She's like, all of you Black and brown people who are supporting all this, and like, I can't handle it. I was like, that's amazing. Hilarious.
Snails
I was like,
for salt.
what is going on? I feel like I'm in the upside down. It is crazy.
Like Stranger Things in the
yes.
In the alter world.
I was like, why are there all these Hispanic families taking pictures in front of the Fox? And they're like, this is so amazing. And then I walked into the tent and I just like panned around with my camera like, I cannot believe this.
And they weren't doing it to like spoof.
No. They were all there just like they were doing the activities that they had set up and like getting the free stuff and like talking to the people there.
They're like, yay, Fox News swag.
Yay, Fox News. It's so great. This is amazing. It's America. And I was like, I hate being in this tent. What are y'all doing?
Right.
I just don't get it. So anyway, like, there are just so many loud voices right now.
Yeah.
So, like, trying to find the people who are actually like saying, pushing back, saying we don't support this, people doing the work, trying to fight the good fight, like, because I think a lot of people are feeling really kind of hopeless right now. We're going, we're 6 months
including
in.
me most of the time.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to rallies when I can
Right.
drag myself out of bed. I
Yeah.
am writing letters. I am doing this
I
podcast.
know.
I'm doing what I can, but most of the time I just feel like so overwhelmed
Overwhelmed. That's
and
it.
ignorant too. There's so much going on all at once. I
Every
mean,
single day.
and that is
Every
how
single
it's getting by
day.
everybody, is the bombardment. First of all, make this Project 2025 manual 900 pages, so they're
Right. So nobody could
with
possibly read it.
legal sounding language, so nobody can comprehend it except the guy who wrote it, and then the guy who dumbs it down for the president to sign his name on, right? So
Right.
and then it's almost like having an FBI raid on, like, we're going to take down the mob boss and all of his like counterparts at the same time, where they go, they coordinate it to bust into multiple homes and sites and take
All
down
at the
several
same time.
drug
Yeah.
lords at the same time. That's what's fucking happening, is they're throwing all of this new legislature down at the same time, and it's too much to wrap your heads around. And then
It's
Fox
very
News is just
smart and
like,
strategic.
oh, it's very strategic. Good Lord, is it ever? Because no one news station, or at least one,
No.
one single 1 hour program can begin to touch on all the elements, all the different places that the
Right.
government is switching things up right under our
Right.
noses. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly.
and then shit's getting changed, and then it's like too late. And without, of course, due process, and without the consent of the Supreme Court. So that's a whole nother deal.
Yes. And I don't know how I would survive if I didn't believe in some kind of karmic balancing,
Yeah.
because
Well,
it just feels like the evil, and this is in scripture, right? It
mm-hmm,
just
mm-hmm,
feels like the evil people continue to get away with stuff
mm-hmm.
all the time, like are
Yeah,
never punished, continue to get away with stuff, continue to rise, and just, you know, oh, now Trump has taken, he was impeached twice, and
right.
now they've taken it out of the Smithsonian as if it never happened. I mean, they
Just
just
temporarily, Brittany. Just
rewrite history.
temporarily.
Okay.
Yeah, until he's out of office. They had to remove
I
the
mean, but
information about
rewriting history.
Trump's
I know.
impeachment until he's out of office. Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
I mean, we
Rewriting
don't know
of
what's
American
coming.
history. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So just, you know, the things that just continue to happen over and over and over again. And I,
Mm-hmm.
have to continue to remember to stay grounded, to
Mm-hmm.
like sit in nature, to remember
Do some self-care,
self
and to
care.
know that God is a benevolent God, and he does judge the hearts of man. He knows what's going on.
I know,
And
but I want him to smite.
I know. Well, that's what they want too.
Like
That's the
Bruce Almighty,
problem.
smite me, oh mighty
Almighty
smiter.
smiter.
I want him to smite.
God, that's a good movie. That is a great movie, Bruce
I
Almighty. Good
know.
theology in that movie too. There's some good theology in there.
Right. Yes. Yes. Morgan Freeman's my favorite god ever.
Isn't he though? Those
Hmm.
freckles. I mean, and that
Oh, when I
voice.
think of,
So
yeah,
buttery
sometimes I
God
just,
goodness. You want to
And
snuggle all up
fun,
to
funny, sweet. Yeah.
snuggle up to Morgan Freeman and just have him whisper nice
And
things.
dance
Yeah.
with him.
Oh, Morgan.
Yeah. Feels heavy.
So it
But
does feel heavy. My heart
so what are
has
some
just
things
felt
that
heavy
you
all
do to
day.
take care of yourself?
I turn off the news. I turn off Facebook. Yeah, I disconnect from media because too much, and I seriously feel on the verge of a panic attack. So I have to just disconnect,
Yeah.
go out in nature, spend time with my family, my humans that I love and that love me, walk my dog, get some exercise, say my prayers to the loving God that I know in my heart, and and just and refocus and trust that God is in control. Really, I have to trust that God is in control of all of this.
Ugh.
So it's
Doesn't feel like it.
no, and
lately.
God has been in control when Israel was enslaved by the Egyptians, and God was in control when Israel was
I
enslaved
know.
by the
I don't know how I feel about all that.
right. So it doesn't mean that he's gonna necessarily lift us out of this miry pit, right? This might be the path that this nation has to go down. I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about all that
Yeah.
theology.
I'm okay with Jesus coming
I
back.
struggle with that.
I know Rebecca tried to tell us that there's no, big, what was she saying? There's no,
I can't remember.
okay, you're editing this part out, right? There's no rapture. There's no big rapture like
No.
we yeah. And I'm like, what the holy hell? What do you mean there's no rapture? Because that is
I don't think there
so
is either.
deeply indoctrinated into me, what I learned all through my little Christian
But you
upbringing.
can believe that there will be one. That you're like,
Yeah.
it's getting real bad. Come get me.
Yeah. Just suck me up in the holy
It's
vacuum,
probably not going to
please.
happen, but you can keep hoping for it.
I just want saved quickly and swiftly. I know, from all of it. But
Yeah. So,
death would probably bring that. I'm not
that's
feeling ready to die, but
no, I'm not ready to die. And
that would put it into what I have to experience, not what everybody else has to experience. So I might as well stay here and fight the good fight.
Yeah. And I think that refocusing on the people who are actually trying to do something, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's that quote that, well, what's it say? The evil just gets away with it when good people just sit by and do nothing, or whatever that quote is.
Yeah.
That's probably a quote I should know, I feel like. But, doing something about it.
Yeah. Or something that also is very beneficial for me, that helps recenter me, is just loving people. Just loving my neighbor as myself. And even
being kind.
Yeah, being kind.
Putting some
to
kindness
others
into the world.
And
yes.
I will be kind to Christian nationalists too. I will be kind. I don't agree and I will not support. But I can be kind. And I would love it if they could be kind to the people they don't agree with and don't support. But that's not what their agenda is. Their agenda is not to be kind. It's to eradicate. So, of course, I suppose maybe my agenda is to eradicate them. I don't know. Gosh, now I'm getting myself down a whole big philosophical black hole. I'm like, oh my God, maybe we're all evil. Ah. All
Well,
right.
yes, we are. We
We
all
are.
have ego that we struggle with.
Of
Yes, we all
course.
have the ego that is counter to our spirit, and we have to
Right.
constantly be battling that.
Right.
Who wants our way, right? We want
Right.
our way, the way that we believe is right.
Right.
And that's what has been pissing me off lately, has been feeling like I'm surrounded by people who are living according to the ego and don't
Mm.
see much spirit at all. And that is really discouraging sometimes.
Yeah. Is that why you came today with that face? The I
Hmm.
can't deal with assholes face?
Yeah, because it's not just, you've got, of course, there's tons going on politically, but just, you know,
The
personal
world.
stuff and just yeah,
Peoples.
just people. There's just people are cruel. I mean, we went, like I said, we went to the fair,
Mm-hmm.
and my partner's over here buying rides, wristbands, for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
rides.
Sure.
And you pay for them, and the wristbands come sliding out of the little machine.
Mm-hmm.
And before he could even grab them, this lady reached over, grabbed him, and ran off. And stole the wristbands.
Wow.
And,
Wow.
just like the cruelty of
Mm-hmm.
people, that there's just a lack of kindness in the
Mm-hmm.
world. And I feel like I'm just seeing that in so many different places. And it's really discouraging sometimes. Of like, where's the love? Where is the kindness?
Right.
I want to try to be kind, and I do try to be kind.
Yeah.
But then when it's not coming back,
It's
and
hard.
like,
It gets
it's
hard, doesn't
so
it?
hard.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
hard to get up the next day and want to be kind again. Yeah.
Yes, it is. I'm trying to out. The
Yeah.
sun is like,
Yes, I know.
yes, sometimes it is. It's hard to, but I think that's what the gospel's all about, right? Of like,
Yeah.
it's hard. It is so hard. Like Rich Mullin said,
Yeah.
it's hard to live like Jesus. It's hard to be like Jesus because it's
Mm-hmm.
just hard to
Yeah.
live with Christ consciousness. It's hard to be kind. It's hard to be loving. It's hard to not just live according to the ego, because that's
Mm-hmm.
what it wants to do. It wants to be self-centered, and it wants to just be all about me.
Right. Yeah,
And
it's
it's hard to
hard.
live counter to that.
It's hard to think about like this subject and these people that you and I feel are doing so much damage and
Hmm.
evil in the world in the name of Christ, like claiming the name
Hmm.
of Christ and then going
Yes.
out and spreading
Hmm.
hatred
Yeah.
and exclusion. And it's hard to try to remember to love those people too. It's hard to
Hmm.
find that part in me that's like,
Well,
I
that
can
they're God's
be.
children too,
Yeah, they
right?
are. They are.
Right.
And they're just as lost as I am. I
Hmm.
mean, maybe in different ways. I had a totally different theology when I was younger. So did you. We were
Oh, totally. Yeah.
deeply entrenched
Oh, yeah.
in the fundamentalist beliefs.
Hmm.
And, I probably would have
Yeah. A
been waving
section.
my Christian nationalist flag and you know,
I might have
had a
too.
Trump sticker on the back of my
Oh,
minivan. Um,
probably. I
if
was a
this
big
was 20
Bush
years ago,
supporter, and a
yes. Oh,
march.
yes,
I
my
went to March
goodness.
for
So was
Life
I.
and
Yeah,
everything.
yes.
And a
Oh,
part of
I
my
strictly voted pro life for many,
same,
many years.
same,
Strictly voted pro life. So, I mean,
without
registered Republican for
understanding
so many years. Yeah.
what
Yep.
pro-life meant, right? I was
Yes.
just
Yes.
listening to the rhetoric and
Right.
regurgitating the rhetoric
Right.
instead of really. And when I started hearing other arguments
Mm-hmm.
from other Christians who were like, wait a second, are you really pro-life or are you anti-abortion? And we started
Right.
having more of those conversations, and I was like,
Mm-hmm. Well,
okay, well,
okay.
yeah.
Right.
So changed my thinking about things,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I was really just when you're just in that world and that's all you're hearing
Right.
and you
And if
haven't heard a
you
different
are closed
perspective.
off to new information, if
Well,
you,
you've been taught to be scared of
yes,
other
yes,
information.
you've been taught
You can, yeah,
to
that's terrifying to
not
even
educate
listen.
yourself in
Yeah,
certain ways. Yeah.
and
Because
entertain.
then you're just giving the devil a foothold, right?
That's
I
right.
mean,
That's right.
if you even are entertaining that information, if you're even having conversations about
With
it,
those people, I
yeah,
know.
with
Giving
those
the
people.
devil a foothold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's how you let evil
See?
into your heart. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of
Mm-hmm.
just actually trying to look at those people through the eyes of Christ and thinking, Jesus has compassion for this person and loves this person so deeply and would
Well,
sit and
they're
listen.
a person.
Yeah, they are
They
just a
are
person.
a person.
Right. Same as me.
And some people
Yeah.
can't even get there of
Right.
like,
Right.
they're human,
They're right.
just like you.
Right. No, there are a lot of people can't get there. Yeah. Sad. Makes me sad.
Anyway, this was not the most upbeat
No, it
episode.
wasn't. Should we close with like some jokes? I don't have any jokes.
Us- uh, let's close with a prayer.
Okay, let's close with the prayer. You go.
Just kidding. No, fuck no. Um,
What?
no.
I pray. I still.
Okay, we're not praying on our podcast.
All right, Jesus, I love you. Amen. I did it. I I did it against your will.
You rebel.
I know.
You're such a rebel.
I am. Come at me, bro. You're like 4 states away.
I know.
Drive your 14 hours to get here and strangle me for telling Jesus I love him on our podcast.
How dare you? How dare
I
you?
know. How dare I?
Okay, y'all.
Oh.
Well, I hope that you guys are surviving well and would love to hear how you guys are taking care of yourself.
Yeah, reach
Yeah.
out to us. I would love to hear from our listeners. I would love to hear um, how they've been affected, how they are keeping themselves grounded, centered,
Yeah.
how they're continuing to love others in a world that feels so hateful, so full of hate.
It
Yeah.
does. It feels very heavy.
Mm-hmm.
That there's just so many assholes. That's what I'm going to close with.
Open with the assholes and close with the assholes.
That's how
Ah,
I'm feeling today. So, anyway,
all right.
okay.
Well, I
We'll
don't
do a
think
more
you're an
upbeat
asshole.
topic.
I think you're lovely.
I think you're lovely too. And
Thanks, friend.
it's good to remember that there are really lovely people in the world.
There are a lot of lovely people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Seek,
spending time with my lovely people,
yeah.
our lovely people, that's really nice.
Seek them out. Now, go enjoy your stuffed peppers. Hopefully they're not burnt.
Thanks. I will. And I'm going to be mowing and
Oh, nice.
yeah.
It's getting late where you are. You better hurry up and mow before the sun goes all the way down. It's already down past your forehead. If you're watching on YouTube, yeah.
This is maybe not the best place to sit. Okay.
Yeah, you've got.
Anyway, my eyes look really creepy.
Oh, that looks super creepy. Holy crap. Okay, listeners, go to YouTube and just fast forward to like minute 50 of our podcast and look at Brittany's scary alien red face with her demon eyes. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here in my basement in this tiny little room where I record with the big trans flag behind me.
My eyes get weird in the sun.
They do.
Okay. I know.
Oh my god, you do. You look kind of alien. I mean, you've always said that you look like a Disney villain character.
Yeah. I
because
know.
of your dark
and
hair
they get
and blue
really
eyes.
weird in the sun. I know
They
they
do.
get super
They're like
weird.
cat eyes.
I know.
Oh, you know what? People are going to watch this and they're going to be like, that's what those evil women are doing. See, they're not even human.
They're witches. They're reptilians.
That's right. They're reptilian. Yep, like V. Remember that show?
No.
No, you don't. Never mind. You never watch TV. You don't ever
Okay.
get any of my references. All right. I love you anyway. I love you so much anyway.
I'll see you next time.
All right. Stay heretical, my friends.
Bye.
Bye.